hold it there. Was that for the fly you were hitting? Sorry. Okay. Let's just pick up line. It's funny you should do that. Still rolling, guys. Still rolling. Okay. I just wanted this line again. Sienna, I'm sorry. It's what happened, the whole brain injury thing. Can you do a fake slap on him?
Yeah. When?
It all takes time. Stop it.
Okay.
And then he goes, your eyes, because you change focus.
So stop choking him at that point and slap him?
Yeah. Still rolling, guys. Still rolling.
Sorry. Okay. Alright.
Here we go. And you want something to lay on?
No, I just got a cramp. I'm good.
That's what I had to.
Do you want me to jump back in?
Yes, please.
Okay.
And action.
Sorry.
Wanted a clean line, right?
Yeah, this could be damage.
Okay.
I had like hair in my mouth and I was like, wait.
If you're going north, I'm gonna go with you.
I'm going solo.
Great, we can go solo together.
No.
You sure?
Positive.
Please?
Yep.
Cut, amazing.
You don't. Na.
Again?
Okay.
All right, I get my truth. What I want to know is... Fine. What I want to know is...
Yes.
Where did you find in that hollow...
In the memorial?
The time capsule.
I made a hollow recording. Right. Look, I know all about your little sex addiction, Dad, so spit it out.
That is none of your business. It takes time.
Stop!
Sorry, I looked right at Lance.
This is a total bitch slap because I slipped off your sunscreen.
You okay?
It's fine.
Then come down. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Start shaking. Action.
We're away.
The film is truly unique. It's. I was trying to distance myself from everything I'd done in the past as much as possible and try to focus on character. So the film really is about character. It's not about how many explosions you have per hour. It was all about the soul of a person and their journey and what they become, and it was all about trying to understand a new form of humanity, I guess, within the film. And I get that's kind of the message of it too. So I wanted to be a character study film. And then, like Ex Machina came out and it's like, wow, that's a little bit similar to what we're doing, but not quite. So I started wanting to change things a couple of places here and there. And we didn't want to be similar to anyone. So we were shooting new scenes and constantly punishing ourselves and going out and doing this and doing that. And in the end, we got quite a unique piece of art.
I'd worked with Neil Johnson before. We worked in a couple of films. He had me do voiceover roles. And then we did another film, and then we were gonna make a film where I was the lead. And I was super excited because it was gonna have to do with robotics, which I love robots, and science fiction and out in the desert. And out in the desert is so much fun. I mean, just shooting this stuff is amazing because you actually feel like you're in another world. And Neil, in his method, he's a true actor's director. He's a collaborator. He takes feedback and lets you have your own ideas and help develop your own characters. And that's something that great directors do. And I've had that experience before, but never to this degree, and never to the point where it was like so it was difficult, but it was easy. He makes it easy because he's working with you and you're bringing these characters to life. He makes it difficult because then those lives have these extreme journeys.
The fact that I was working with Tracy Birdsall, this actress who, I guess she's known for all sorts of films and TV shows and stuff. But the one thing I saw inside her was this spirit to strive for greatness. And it's actually very rare in actors. There's a lot of actors who need to be acting for therapy reasons or just have this need to be somebody else. But a person like Tracy, she has those needs to create a character, but beyond that, she likes to push herself mentally and challenge herself mentally. I guess when you're a director and you discover this, then you realize you have gold in your hands, because it's not often you find an actor like that in the world. I mean, I've worked with I'd say hundreds of actors by now, because I've done a lot of movies. And, you know, some actors are truly amazing. And I mean, I've worked with some really, really incredible actors and some very famous actors. And occasionally you might work with an actor who doesn't give their A game or their B game. And I mean, a good example, you'd go on set and you'd see these actors in between takes just, you know, texting their friends or doing a selfie or something. And the good professional actors that you work with, they're always preparing themselves mentally, and they don't necessarily want to be hanging out and being, you know, social on set. They want to be off preparing their brains for the character, and that's the sign of a good actor, in my opinion. And I think she put in like 3 months of mental prep and going through the script almost on a daily basis and rehearsing. When you see an actor doing that, you realize this is a seriously committed actor. And this is somebody who should be on the big screen in a lead role. I think that's the way the whole project came together. Was I saw that she was available and willing to be punished by me.
He's a punishing director, I mean, but he gets what he wants in the end, and he gets it by pushing you to your absolute furthest degree and making you do things that you didn't think you could physically, mentally, and emotionally do. And that's really exciting, because us as actors, we're always working on being the best us that we can be, and always working on pushing ourselves even further and being challenged. Well, this kind of upped the ante by like 20%. I mean, it was amazing.
Kind of said fuck you to a lot of the you know, people out there who demand I do a certain type of movie. You know, we got to sell so many units and hit these targets, and that's the pressure you have as a you know, low-level B or C movie or D movie director like myself. You've got to hit certain targets just to get a sale, and you're not going to have a great marketing campaign behind you apart from a nice poster and maybe a, you know, an overly hyped trailer. So with this movie, we deliberately invested our time in character, and I mean, this was a proper collaboration between director and actor. We would just constantly churn ideas over, and you know, the original film was shot, I think, January of 2015 we started shooting, but the last shot of the film was mid-July 2016. Where we had to do some more character stuff, and it's a strange way to do a movie. I don't think I'll ever do it this way again, but we just kept building upon the character and changing ideas. And I mean, I probably threw out at least 1 hour's worth of footage in the film, but that was the luxury I had, you know, where you have a true collaborator like Tracy. You can actually take a risk and go down a path and explore this way and explore that way and make her climb a mountain and do some shots and then throw those shots away because it just doesn't, you know, flow in the whole story.
Yes, it's science fiction genre, but even more so than that. I mean, it's comedy, it's drama, it's the deepest characters that we've ever played. I mean, so it's kind of interesting because it's an all-encompassing film and it's character-driven, but yet it's science fiction. It's new technology that could at some point in time in the future become real. I mean, I watch Star Trek and I watch Star Wars, and a lot of those things, you know, you look at some of the gadgets and things, and we're so far past that now. So it's exciting to see that, you know, the new and emerging things, and to think of what if, you know, what if this could be and what if that could be. And to me, I find that to be one of the most exciting things.
It got so ridiculous at some point because I punished her so badly. You see there's nothing around for like 50 miles in every direction. And that's really where we were. We were right out in the middle of nowhere. And it was like 120 degree heat, 125 degrees sometimes. I mean, I remember it got down to 105 once. We were very happy. That's Fahrenheit. Tracy was nearly passing out a few times. Because it was unbearable, you know, and I'd make her climb a mountain or do a fight sequence in the middle. You know, we try to shoot in the afternoon when it went down to 115 degrees, but it was always hot and always punishing.
So we're out in the heat, and it's like 110 degrees, and you're getting dropped off by a truck because they're doing a helicopter shot, they're doing an aerial. So you get dropped off, and literally I would take a half a bag of ice and just be sticking it down my costume everywhere because you can hardly breathe when everybody's there and you just step out of the air-conditioned truck. And then you kind of feel the drone, and all you can see is the heat waves and the sand, and then you're completely in character because you're completely exhausted and you're burning up. And I'm walking across the desert, and at times, like, I can't see the crew and I can't see the people, and I start to get a little foggy-headed. But since I have so much faith, I trust these people. It's like I know they're not going to leave me out there to die. So I just keep walking, and then you get back to the truck and you just take water and you just pour it all over yourself because you're dying. You're absolutely dying. And then one of the pickup shot days, one of the most recent ones, I was so hot and I'd run out of water, and I was kind of moving over to the truck so I can get in with the air conditioning on, but I thought I was going to pass out. And so just as I get the door propped open and I get my body up against the truck, and I couldn't get in the truck. And so I thought, okay, what am I gonna do? And then just then a wind gust throws the door closed right on my back. I'm like, okay, another war wound for my book.